Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Toronto Rd and I'm back in the building. This week, it's the NFL playoffs, and guess what? Coach GoodGameBro, okay, his team has a good record. And listen, I didn't just move from Houston to Toronto to root for some bum franchise. They are good, okay? They could be better if it weren't for Coach GoodGameBro, but they are good. They have a really tough matchup in the LA Chargers. They have Justin Herbert, who's got hair like mine. It's flowing and it's incredible. I don't use any product in it. I don't know if you could tell. The wild card round is done. The divisional playoffs are here and it's gonna get crazy. I'm out of here.
The NFL playoffs are here and we've got a big matchup today and I'm hyped. Breaking down the wild card round, the Chargers beat the Jets. We're going to see the Ravens take out the Cleveland Browns in a massive blowout there. And Kansas City ends up beating the Patriots. On the NFC side, we're going to see the Saints beat the Eagles. We're going to see the Packers lose to the Seahawks. And we're going to see the 49ers lose to the Vikings. So things are about to get spicy. Now, in the previous video, a lot of you guys pointed out that, well, my defensive coordinator didn't have something turned on. Well, we actually had it turned on. There was just a glitch in Madden franchise, but I'm going to tell you how I fixed it. So first things first, you need to make sure that you have this first thing on under trench play for X factors turned on. And then once you have that, it's pretty simple. And then as most of you guys know, the only player in our team with an X factor on defense is, well, Jalen Reese, the rookie, who again is having a pretty good year. But his X factor wasn't turned on. So what we had to do is we had to actually edit him. We had to turn his X factor to superstar, save it, open it back up, put superstar on, and then save it again. And for the abilities, I didn't touch it. I don't remember what it actually was beforehand, but we've left it at whatever it generated for us this time, which was shut down, with the secondary ability being unfakeable. And then so when I look at my defensive lineup, that seems to have fixed everything because our zone ability now shows a shutdown where before we didn't even have an X factor on defense. So we fixed it. But believe me, I made sure that our defensive coordinator had that X factor piece turned on. He's had it on all season. It's just a glitch where he had to turn him from X factor to superstar and then back to X factor, and then it fixed it immediately after. So maybe it'll help you. Now our injury report is cleaned up a lot, but we have Jalen Phillips still out with one more week for dislocated hip. Once he's back, we'll be good. Just we got to get past the tough team this week. Now a team meeting comes up and we say, all right fellas, I'm sure as you're all aware, the forecast is calling for blizzard and light conditions out there this week, so expect less than ideal conditions. JC Treader, our center, says snow like this is a great equalizer and the Chargers are a dangerous team even in regular circumstances. He's not wrong. The surface is going to be slow, the footing is going to be rough, and we're going to have to play fundamentally sound football all around and win this game. But look, here in Toronto, we're used to snow. Out in LA, not so much. So players of both teams have trouble accelerating, changing directions, and reaching their normal top speed. That's going to be tricky. With the team convo out of the way, we've got a big conference on our own. So coach, you're heading into your first playoff game. Playoff success often makes or breaks careers. How important is your first playoff win? We're guaranteeing the playoff win. That's what we do around these parts. So ask me after the game. We never come to the stadium with a plan to lose. We'll show up, we'll be ready, and we're going to win the game and move on. But the negative of that is that guaranteeing a win has fired up the Chargers, and then we'll have +5 break tackle and hit power. Okay, I hear you. Last but not least, I want to cover some stats really quickly before we jump into, again, the next playoff game. In the next episode, we'll cover some of the other stats from a league leader standpoint and awards, but here's what we got right now. Burrow with 3,800 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Again, the interceptions we want to cut down on, and touchdowns I want to increase a little bit more, but overall it's a good year. On the ground, Kasim Gunn had 1,400 with 15 touchdowns. We also see Justice Hill chime in for 10 touchdowns, so we used him a lot on the goal line. Kasim Gooden could have easily dipped into 20 touchdowns had we not done so. Burrow chimed in for 300 yards on the ground along with 6 touchdowns. He did have 4 fumbles, but again, we'll work on figuring that out. DK Metcalf has 69 #nice receptions this year with 1,105 yards leading us, along with 12 touchdowns, the most in the team. Percy Battle had a great campaign for us in his first year, 67 with 1,095 yards and 11 touchdowns. Tanya had 727 on 55 grabs of 5 touchdowns. See Anthony Miller, 50 plus grabs, 600 yards, 3 touchdowns. We spread the ball out pretty equally amongst our biggest targets, and I'm not mad at that at all. And even Kasim Gooden got involved, 20 for 156 and 1 touchdown. I want him more involved in the passing game, but really our top 4 or 5 guys, we're all pretty much equally there. Defensively, Desmond King had 87 tackles, which feels like a lot for a corner in my opinion. We see Keanu Neal with 83, Justin Reed with 73. Cam we didn't actually have starting the entire year, but he still played really well again, coming in with 70 tackles. From a sack perspective, we're going to see 9.5 from Charles Omenihu. We're going to see Jordan Jenkins with 8.5. Spiegel had 6.5, a little bit lower than what he had last season, with Jalen Phillips injured for part of the season with 4.5 as well. And Max Crosby, 4, but he did get some good pressure later on. Interceptions, Justin Reed had 5. We see 4 by JC Jackson. Then we get 1 from Keanu Neal, Desmond King, Jalen Reese, and Jordan Lewis. Again, top heavy for interceptions, but Jalen Reese we expect next year to significantly increase that mark. Wait a second. Can we talk about the fact that the Chargers are wearing all white uniforms when it's snowing? You hate to see it. They're cheating. Someone call Roger Goodell. Just kidding. He doesn't care about cheating. We got to make sure, though, Burrow and company are getting things done today. We got a snowstorm. We got a big game for our team. We cannot go home in our first game of the playoffs here. Oh, I'm testing it. Burrow out here unleashing the cannon. We got DK ready to go, and it gets punched out there by Samuel Jr. We like the matchup we had there, but Asante Samuel Jr. makes his pops proud as he gets a heck of a deflection on that. Big 3rd and 9. Burrow scrambling a little bit. He's got his guy. He goes underneath. T. Drummond's going to pick that one up, but we're only going to get 4 yards. We got to go ahead and punt. Let's see what the squad can do right now. This is going to be an incredibly tough game. Herbert under center with Eckler in the background. Fake a little reverse here. We got a couple of guys trying to get to Eckler, and we do get him after about 1 or 2. A little 2nd and 8 here. Keanu Neal watch the middle. They go with a little play action fake. They absolutely torched us, and Herbert's going to throw one errant. Big play coming up. Keanu Neal, Camp watching the middle. Watching for the short stuff here. We got a couple of guys, and I think he actually stretched and got that one. So the refs actually say he didn't get it. It was 4th and inches. They punt, and good guys did a heck of a punt. To the 3-yard line is where we're sitting right now. He seemed good and looking for some yards. He's going to try to get himself a couple. He gets us a little bit of breathing room with 6. And Gooden's going to be a pretty big staple of this offense today. Snow game. We're going to try to run, but again, the acceleration is going to be a big problem for us trying to get our guys going with some good speed. Burrow under center here, 3rd and short. They're probably expecting the run from the 11. Couple of big plays though. Percy Battle is an explosion waiting to happen, and he gets out of bounds after a 15-yard gain. It's early, but I love what I'm seeing right now. This team is absolutely pushing to try to get some yards and then to get a long drive put together so we can celebrate with hopefully a touchdown. 2nd and 7 here. We've had a steady diet going right to Gooden. Keeping that trending here. Gooden's going to go up the middle, and again, no big gains for him really, but he's averaging 3 per yards or per carry. This is going to be a tough one. We're actually going to send DK deep. We're going to clear out and have Percy Battle come across the middle here in a slant. We got a couple of other guys that are options, but we're going to see what we have here. Oh, we don't love what we're seeing. Burrow's going to stretch his legs, and Burrow is not sliding quickly enough, and he does get the first. I mean, look, we had a couple of guys who possibly could have hit, but again, the white jerseys in the snow, we're kind of second guessing everything we're seeing right now. Burrow taking his time. Burrow's got DK going deep. This is going to be a jump ball between Wallace and Metcalf. DK came down with it. DK is one of those guys, you got a 50-50 ball, you throw it up and you just let him go to work, and he did it right there, absolutely destroying Wallace on that play. And right here, this is going to go to White. He's going to stretch. I believe he's in the end zone. No one can seem good on that play, but it don't matter. We're still in the end zone with a touchdown. Now, we are going to see a booth reviewing this play. They think maybe his knee was down as White got in there for what would have been his first career postseason touchdown, but I think he might be short. I honestly think he might be short. I mean, you're seeing that left knee down. He doesn't really stretch out yet. I think they're going to overturn it. So 2nd and short, Kasim Gooden comes back in. White again. Came in for that one play, but we're not going to see him obviously on this one. So we're trying to give it to our best player out of the backfield, and he gets stood up at the 1. I mean, that just doesn't feel real. When does Kasim Gooden not score that close? A fake fullback dive, halfback flip, and we're in the end zone. Kasim Gooden, a little celebration there. We got our touchdown. We got a lead. Let's hold on to it now. Let's see what the Chargers can do here. Herbert again. Hasn't really had much to do so far in this game, but we'll see what happens. Couple of options. He dumps it down to Eckler, who's great in the pass game. He picks up 5.
That's pretty good.
Oh, now Slater goes down for the Chargers. That is not good for them. It's one of their best offensive linemen. Doing what we can here. See what they do. It's like a run. Camp and Keanu Neal are going to stuff that gap pretty quickly. They're down 5 yards ago. We're playing for the pass the entire way. For a blizzard, I think it's kind of slowed down a little bit. The snow's not really as heavy as he once would have thought it would have been. They go with the curl route, and immediately he fumbles. Reese is going to pick it up. The rookie picks up the fumble. I believe Keanu Neal on the forced fumble. And then Reese gets it. A big turnover like that, getting us already in scoring territory, is massive. I cannot explain how good that is for our team. Let's see if Kasim Gooden can pick up some big yards. He's been struggling a little bit in the run game, but again, it's snowing. I don't blame him. Last little play here, the first quarter. Going right back to Gooden. He's going to try to push forward, and I believe it's going to be enough for the first down, picking up 3. We only needed 2, and it's a great way to end the first. Start of the second quarter. Love what we're seeing from the offense so far. Putting Anthony Miller in motion. We'll play action. Got a guy going deep. This is going to be close, but it's DK Metcalf who says, give me that. No pick for you. And Metcalf-Wallace matchup has been really a fun one to watch so far, but so far, DK has really got the best of him. You love to see it, at least from our perspective. Kasim Gooden finding the gap, looking for a block. He's going to keep pushing, and he's down to the 3-yard line. What a run. It's best of the game. It's definitely been a run-heavy game. We've run a lot so far, and it's honestly helping us control the clock and get in that end zone. We've already gotten there once, trying it for a second time, but they stand up good and pretty quickly at the line. Throw back under center here. DK immediately beats that press, and he's in the end zone. His first touchdown of the game. This is the DK Metcalf you've been waiting to see, and he has been killing it these last couple of weeks. 14-0. Feeling really good at home right now. This has been the best team and best way that we've put the squad together. And look at Ioannidis not get the sack. What are you doing? We didn't pay you the big bucks to miss out on plays like that. It's the playoffs. I mean, a team like the Chargers can absolutely just put on a massive run. They have the capabilities on defense and offense. They have playmakers on both sides of the ball. You cannot miss out on an opportunity to get a big stop like that. Keanu Neal trying to get in the backfield. Cam does this time, but we see Eckler get one. Playing for the pass here, even though Herbert's under center. Good play action fake. Watching the running back out of the backfield. He's known to go there pretty heavily. He throws that one out of bounds smartly because we were there for the pick. Herbert only has about 29 passing yards so far. We're halfway through the first half, and oh no, Reese nearly had it, but he dislodges it enough. Still a great play by Jalen Reese to at least get enough hand in there to block that one away and not let him catch that ball, which would have been a guaranteed first down. We're going over here to testing Reese again, and Reese picks him off. He tested him 2 times in a row. The first one he doesn't get, but that one the young fella's got it. Jalen Reese got that X factor activated. Look at what he's doing, making big plays, making his coaches proud. We're going to switch the run to the right-hand side. Burrow likes what he sees over here a little bit more. Good for that lead block. He's got it. Kasim Gooden sets his feet in the ground, picks up a first down, and he gets tackled by Derwin. A big part of our game plan is establishing the run game, and we've run 14 times to the 6 passes. We know the Chargers can't stop the run game, and we are absolutely trying to leverage that right now, and it is working as long as Gooden holds on to the rock like he is. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Burrow again, taking his time. This one he gets to Kasim Gooden. Kasim Gooden looking for something. So with a spin move, devastating. His signature move goes free. 2-minute warnings approaching. Burrow hit him in the play action. Got a guy out here running, and that's going to beat Anthony Miller, who dropped it. I mean, got him. I love what I saw there, Anthony Miller. Maybe if that ball's another yard or 2 to the left, you can catch that one, doesn't have to jump, and it would have been absolutely incredible. A bit of a blitz coming here. Burrow sees everything. He's going to immediately get down to the 20-yard line and takes the first down. 2-minute warnings coming up. Burrow making an adjustment at the line again. Switching the run to the right-hand side. Bosa gets tied up. Probably going to be a hold in this play as you see. Going to go for 10, but let's see what the ref ultimately has to say.
I like turtles.
Yep, that one's coming back. Who are we getting mad at? JC! What? Frustrating part of that is JC Treader is a veteran. He knows how big this game is. He was one of the guys in the locker room talking about how big this game was. Then he does that. You hate to see it. Burrow feels the pocket collapse and he's panicking a bit. Burrow is showing off the speed as he gets out of bounds, and the injury timeout is not him. It's Titus Howard, which is also bad, but Burrow would have been worse. 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. We still have all the momentum in the world right now, which is a giant W. Burrow gets that one off to Gooden, who's got plenty of room in front. Hits him with the spin move, makes him look silly. He's in the end zone. Kasim Gooden, the second half of the year, once he got healthy, different. One of the best games we played offensively and defensively. Thank God our team is literally clicking on all cylinders as we hit the postseason, which is what you want. See if we can stop Herbert and company. They go for the little dump down. We'll let them have the halfback screens or halfback dump offs all they want. We go with the hurry up here. Neal patrolling the middle. They go to the sideline again, and who else but to Austin Eckler, and again they can have that all day. If you're going to try to beat us, you got to go over the top at some point, and right now they're not doing it. And as we say that, JC Jackson gets torched. JC Jackson is going to get torched by Mike Williams from Clemson, and he's in the end zone. Just like that. Okay. Mistakes were made. Giving him a touchdown isn't the end of the world, but the way we just gave it up there is just inexcusable. JC Jackson is the highest rated corner on our team. And week after week, I feel like that man just sells us out. Oh, no. The jerseys. Morgan Moses getting the tackle is not what you want to see. Now, okay, Tillery goes down for them. We've had some injuries. They've had some injuries. This is not good. Here we go. We put ourselves in a bad spot. Herbert in the backfield with Eckler. Gotta imagine they're going to try to go for a dump off again, and they do just that, but we keep him in bounds. This is going to be a tough one here. Minute left, 17-yard line. Herbert stays in shotgun here. It's like a little dump off here to Austin Eckler. They get the first down quickly, and now we're going to see a timeout, but Spiegel's hurt, not Spiegel. It's been a long season. We don't have a lot of depth on defense. We have some really good starters, but our depth is not exactly the greatest, and we cannot afford an injury to a guy like Josh Spiegel out there. Oh, we got Herbert running, and Crosby comes in about time and gets a big sack. To make matters worse, Spiegel has an abdominal tear, will not be able to return for this game. That means that he's going for the postseason, I'm pretty sure. We use the timeout because ultimately we don't want them to just run the clock down. The 23 is a 40-yard kick. Not exactly a difficult one. This one is up. That one is a laser. Goes to the right, but it's good, and they cut the lead to 11. 44 seconds in a dream. I believe in our offense getting the job done here. We can 100% make something happen. We're going to send Miller on a little bit of a streak. Gives Bat a little bit more room to work with. Doesn't let that safety cheat over as much. DK Metcalf is out here torching him. DK Metcalf has some room. DK Metcalf is out here absolutely on a mission. The 6'8", 8,000 Tom Eagles in the end zone. One play later, we're doing just fine. Chargers have a little bit of time here, but you got to imagine if our defense just stays deep enough, we'll be fine. Everybody knows they need big yards. Go for the check down, which again feels weird. He smartly goes out of bounds, but they only really get one. 2nd and 9, not a lot of time left. Even a field goal helps them out a ton. They need points right now. Not getting points is just not a good look, and they stay in bounds, which makes matters worse using their last timeout. Last play of the half, you got to imagine. 11 seconds left. Dropping our guys deep. They go to the flats. Again, they're going to try to squeeze another play. Eckler gets out of bounds, and now they've got a shot to go in the end zone. Absolutely the final play. 6 seconds left. 44-yard line, no timeouts. The Chargers have to take a shot in the end zone. Cam blitzing Herbert. Herbert throws one to the sideline. Not really going to work too much. They do catch that one at the 15, but no time left. So we're going into halftime with an 18-point lead, which has been a while. When a lot of offense for us, the Chargers are getting hot, though. We've got to do our best to shut them down ASAP. The good news for the Chargers, they get the ball to start the second half, and they can see if they can put some points on the board again to erase this deficit. A little play action. Got a couple of guys going across. They hit us with a little dump off pass to the tight end, however. 2nd and short, Cam watching the middle. Herbert back under center. Got to imagine the run is coming here. Got a lot of guys there, and we get a good stop after they get one. I got to be honest, so holding Austin Eckler to 6 yards overall, less than 1 yard per carry today has been, I think, the biggest reason why our team is where they are. And look at Ioannidis. Doesn't get the sack earlier, but gets a major stop there to get Eckler again. I mean, we've quickly seen that this Chargers team cannot run the ball against us, and that is huge because we're running the ball a whole lot. They're not really able to do any of that with a level of success, and it's turning out to be the reason why we have a massive lead. We've also had their safeties in the box a lot, trying to stop what we're doing in the ground game, and we've used that to exploit them over the top with DK Metcalf on the left side of the field, the right side of the field, the middle of the field, literally everywhere. Couple of runs to start. We're going to finish this off with another run, see if he gets us a first down, and it does. Kasim Gooden looking good on that one, picks up another gain of 10. If your run game is this good, if the offensive line is holding up the way they are despite the injuries, you got to keep going for it. And again, tries to go for something, but the Chargers are now saying, okay, we're going to sit on those runs in the middle. Still, if our guy's not tired, I believe that we can get the job done. Going right back to Gooden again. Finds a seam, a juke move, but Derwin James lit that man up. 49-yard line. Burrow takes a snap. Going underneath here, we should get a pickup block. No, we don't get the block. If 16 hits that block, we're good to go. Justice Hill coming in again to give Kasim Gooden a little bit of a break. Hill again has been great for us so far this season. We've had some major plays with him, and I'm happy to see him get 10 yards there. But honestly, realistically, with gaps like that, blocking like this, you could have Toronto Bart back there. You probably could still run for 5 yards per carry with a man that slow. Burrow drops back. He's feeling a little bit of pressure. Burrow extends the play and picks up a good 7 yards, and we're good again. They actually do us one better and say that we got 8 yards in that carry, making it 2nd and short. Gooden feeling pretty healthy, got a little oxygen mask on the sideline, finds some gaps here, runs through, and Derwin hits him up, and now he has over 100 on the game. Finding yourself a franchise running back is difficult to do in today's NFL, but if you can get one, you absolutely just are thankful. Burrow sets his feet, throws a little passer to Anthony Miller, hasn't got involved super much today, but goes down to the 6. Justice Hill right back in the game in the red zone. Again, he's been super productive in the red zone with about 6 touchdowns, if I remember correctly, on the season, but he's not getting one there, but he does pick up 2. So staying in on this one. DK Metcalf is beyond gas. We want to give him a breather, so see if he can just block possibly. Hill goes up the middle and picks up what looks to be 2, and he's still short. 3rd and goal. Lonnie White's in the game. This man doesn't get the opportunity to run the ball very much, but he's gonna touch it here, and he got the best blocking we could have had. Lonnie White in the end zone, another one. Chargers fans know it's not looking good. You've given up point after point. Your defense has not done anything for you, but more importantly, their offense has just been stale. They haven't really done anything to make the team to be proud. Herbert again, chilling all by his back, or by his lonesman in the backfield with just Austin Eckler there. Usually he's a decoy. Eckler stays in for block, and they go out here to the edge. Keanu Neal was all over that one, but I do see about 9 or 10 on that game. Devin Funchess picks up a big game. That's a name you haven't really heard a lot, to be honest. We're gonna watch Eckler out of the backfield again. He stays in for blocking, does a late release. That ball is thrown. It is somehow caught. I thought it was gonna be picked off, but Allen hauls it in. Got to imagine desperation setting in. You're down 25. You got 7 minutes left in the game. You need something big. And these dump off passes to your halfback are cute, but they're not productive. Herbert has stepped up pretty big though. He's got about 200 plus yards in the afternoon. Again, it's not an amazing game, but it's way better than what he started, which when he had that 30 or so yards, not ideal. Playing for the pass again, 6 minutes left. They go with the run this time. Eckler goes up the middle, but Cam cleans him up after about 5. Eckler just crossed 10 yards rushing on the afternoon. That is an absolutely mind-bogglingly fail. Words are hard. I'm making up words right now. That's how impressed I've been. How little yards he's run. Like, what are they doing? 3rd and 14. We get a major sack there. Chargers are absolutely in what to me is 4-down territory. You have got to go for it, and you've got to try to get some points on the board this drive. If you don't, you're in shambles. They go to Keenan Allen. They're going to get a lot of yards, though, which makes this 4th down conversion look a lot more appetizing. Gonna press cover. A lot of our guys are playing for the pass. Cam's going to watch the middle here. Herbert's got a lot of guys pretty gassed right now. We'll see if he can get anybody open. They throw it in. Bradley Roby, you got to pick that off. John McVay is actually coaching the Chargers right now, and I'm blown away by how poor his play calling has been today. Usually he's known for how incredible it is, but today it's just been, no, we fumbled, but it's picked up by Tanya. The big tight end was ready for that one. Thank God. Man, Darrow James has been hitting us super hard, I feel like, the entire game, and he finally forced a fumble, which feels like obviously was a little bit later than what he probably wanted it to, but it was still incredible hit, but looking good and get the yards and stay in bounds. A smart play by the now 2nd-year player. 2 in the clock. We're trying to waste as much as we can. Again, we feel pretty confident to walk out of here with the W, but you never know. You never know. Good in goes through. So Justice Hill goes through and picks up what looks to be 2. Burrow in shotgun this time with Lonnie White in the backfield. Mixing things up a little bit. Lonnie White catches the screen, goes for the spin move, picks up what looks to be almost the 1st down. Yeah, we haven't been super pass happy today, but Burrow has had, I think, a really good game. Yes, the interception was terrible, but the 3 touchdowns through the air, almost 200 yards passing in the snow in a tough game. We've run so much. I'll take it every time. 2 minutes left. Feel pretty good about closing this game out. Justice Hill looking to put his foot down, gets those yards, and now they're going to have to start using timeouts pretty soon, unless they don't want to. I mean, honestly, it looks like they're admitting defeat right now because they haven't used a timeout yet. I feel like they know they really have no shot to win, so it's just a gentleman's game of let us run the clock out. And with that, we're going to walk out here with a W. Sean McVay might have went to LA to go coach that team, but this offseason might be reevaluating what he did. 10 points in this playoff game. Man got dominated. Here in the stats today, Herbert was 19 for 26, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Not terrible, but not exactly great. Burrow 10 for 13, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I will take that every single time. Not a ton of yards, but the production was absolutely there. On the ground, Kasim Gooden continues to prove why he is the future of this franchise. 22 attempts, 115 yards, and a touchdown. The fumble was, again, not ideal, but not really a lot of people can get hit that hard by Derwin James and hold on to the rock. Austin Eckler led them with 8 catches for 55 yards, but he got no touchdowns. He was super involved in the passing game, but a lot of the routes just didn't make sense. DK Metcalf, though, 4 grabs, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was mossing people left and right. Yes, he had a drop or so out there, but that dude dominated, and nobody on our team is mad at that. On defense, Keanu Neal was everywhere. 8 tackles for him. We see 4 from Cam, 4 from Desmond King, our tackle leader on the season. From a QB sack perspective, Jordan Jenkins and Max Crosby both get involved. And then interception-wise, Jalen Reese, rookie, showed up big. Getting into the postseason and having good momentum is such a big deal. When our team came out on our first game in the divisional round and we dominated, it's on to the AFC Championship to see what we can ultimately do. But man, I'm feeling good. If Burrow's slinging that rock, if Gooden's running like that, if the defense is playing like they did today, I don't care who we play. They're in trouble out there. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.